Double O, double O. What is up, everyone? This is Double O Face, and I am coming at you with a little bit of gameplay from Modern Warfare 3. This is a Domination on Dome, and if you're thinking, whoa, Double O Face, your last video had Domination Dome on it. Well, this is my last video, The Good, Bad, and the Ugly. Actually included a clip from this. It's just a pretty good game. I am using the Type 95 with I don't know if I have rapid fire on this or not. But I know with rapid fire, it is almost overpowered. It's almost like it's the new FAMAS, because at least when I use it with the rapid fire and everything, I just wreck. And we will just have to see how that turns out overall with the guns. If they nerf it or buff it, probably wouldn't need a buff, but if they nerf it, well, it's just one of those things we'll see. But this is not what I want to talk about. I don't want to talk about Modern Warfare 3. I want to talk about working out and being healthy, because I have not done one of those in quite some time, and I know you guys are probably going, Double O, I want to work out and be healthy. Well, come to the right place. I'm definitely going to try to do this a bit more, especially during the holiday seasons. And man, we got Thanksgiving and we got Christmas time coming up, and hoo-wee, and that is the holidays that you can gain some weight on. Now, I love turkey as much as the next person, so it's one of those things. And then I eat a lot of fudge on Christmas. It's like the only time I get fudge, so I stuff my face with it. It's delicious. Everyone loves fudge. But basically, you're gonna have to find a way to work out while the holidays are going on. And this might seem like it could be easy, could be hard. If you're doing indoor workouts, it's not much of a problem. But if you're doing outdoor workouts, it can become a hassle. A huge hassle. So basically, I'm gonna give you guys a quick tip on what I like to do with running and such when I go outside and do running during the winter. First off, if it's snowing and icy out, avoid running. You can really hurt yourself just by slipping a bit, because even if you don't hurt yourself, like you think, oh, you just slip a bit, no, it can still be really bad. You can tear something in your knee, you tear your Achilles, you can just damage your legs really bad. So be really careful about when you're actually going to go running outside. Next, you can still wear shorts. I recommend it. Wear some nice thick socks, but still wear those shorts, because as you're running, your body's going to heat up and everything. And what I like to do is I like to layer on top. I like to have a sweatshirt on, and then like a long sleeve shirt under that, maybe another jacket if I'm feeling super cold. Just kind of depends on how the winters are around here. Of course, I do have pretty warm winters compared to some places here in Washington, but it can get cold, so just kind of depends on what you want to do. That's a quick little tip. Just layer. Be careful when you run. Not really anything too special, just kind of common sense. What I really want to talk about is something that people kind of don't think about, and that's health. And what I mean by people don't think about this is you want to get your answers from someone else. You want to read it on, well, I don't say you want to read it online, but you want to hear people talk about it. I mean, a lot of you are listening to what I have to say, but the reason I think it's different about asking me questions and me answering them for you is basically, if you want to hear what I have to say, I will let you know about my personal opinions, and these are personal opinions, and these are things that work specifically for me. I am a very different person from other people. I have a pretty fast metabolism. I'm tall. It's a big thing in there. Basically, what I want to say to you guys is do your research. If you want answers, find them yourself. That's the best way that you're going to get the correct answers you want on things like health and whatnot. And the biggest thing that's coming up is I'm going to ask you guys a quick question. What's worse for you? Sodium or protein? Which one do you not want? Now, second part of the question, which one of those do you want? Do you want to have more sodium or do you want to have more protein? Now here's the kicker. Both of them are extremely good for you, and both of them can be extremely bad for you. That a lot of people don't think about, because sodium is in almost everything. You can't get past sodium. It's everywhere. It's in everything. So when you do buy things with low sodium, it is healthier because you're getting less sodium in you. But that does not mean that sodium is bad for you. Sodium is very important for your body and all the functions. I'm not going to get into all of the stuff with it. Just trust me on this. And if you don't want to trust me on this, go look it up of what sodium actually does for your body. Next, I want to talk about protein. Protein can be just as bad for you. If you have too much protein in your body, what your body does is, instead of using it as energy to help build muscles and things like that, once it has enough and it's not burning it off, it's not protein anymore. It becomes just calories. So basically, more protein just means more calories. And because the way you think about it is like, if you want to build a lot of muscles, you want to have a high calorie, high diet like that to build muscle and keep your muscle mass up. Well, if protein's being burned off as calories, boom, you're doing that. So that's just a little something about protein that you guys need to be careful of. Now, moving on from that, the sources that I like to get my protein from are beans. Black beans, refried beans, pinto beans, fava beans, kidney beans, did I say that? There's so many different kinds of beans. Horse beans, which I just recently had in like an Indian dish, which is actually really good. Don't know what they are. Sound really gross. I'm not going to question it. Anyway, beans are a high source of protein, and a lot of people would go, oh, well, what about meat? Yes, meat is a high source of protein. But also, what you got to be careful of is a lot of people eat way too much meat. That's the biggest problem with a lot of people in America, is to just eat too much meat. Now, you ask yourself, like, what is too much meat? Now, let's say you go out and get like a 12-ounce steak. Now you got a nice, 12-inch steak, 12-ounce steak, and it's gonna be delicious, right? That, sir, is too much meat for your diet. Now, meat is in the food pyramid, but it's not really necessary. As long as, people can be vegetarian, vegan, whatever, as long as they know how to do it. That's the biggest thing. If you don't know how to be a vegetarian or a vegan, don't do it, because it might be detrimental to your health. Anyway, moving on. I think it's about 4 to 6 or 6 to 8. I'm pretty sure it's 4 to 6 ounces is the recommended daily amount of meat for the average American. Now, that's not very much. Now, an 8-ounce steak, I think is a good size. For me, it's good. You have a nice side with it, get some roasted veggies or something. Boom, you got a delicious meal right there, guys. But it's really easy to eat too much. Eating too much protein, again, leads to more calories. And something you got to watch out for is because everything in moderation is something that I talk about, especially during these holidays. I can eat all of this stuff that I want to eat because I know how to moderate everything. I know how to, I know how much I'm burning when I work off and all this other stuff because I've been doing it for so long and I've worked really hard for it, and that's just what you guys need to get to. If you're having problems with it, you just keep practicing. You keep learning how much you can eat and this and that, and you pick up tricks and tips and whatnot. Once you learn that stuff, it becomes a lot easier, and the moderation just comes naturally. So, there's not much that I can say to you guys. It's just be really careful about how much you're eating, because meat is not bad for you. That's the big thing. If it's really fatty, it can be bad for you, but fat is also, it burns slower than other. I'm not going to get into the good and bads of fats because that's just kind of personal preference for some people. It's hard to really get into that, but meat is not something that you think of oh, meat's really bad. It's got a lot of calories. So you don't think about that. You don't think that has a lot of calories. But once you eat too much and that protein becomes calories, boom, you just made it have even more calories. Now, a lot of people don't really get that. That's a big thing. If you eat a lot of meat, you can be eating a lot of calories just from that meat. So there's a little tip for you guys. Yeah. Moving on from that. So, yeah, what else do you guys want to know? Ask me questions. I want to know what you guys want to know, so I can kind of answer some questions more geared towards you guys and what you want to know. I give you tips on things. Things about how much you eat. I don't know. What do you guys... It's getting harder for me to talk about things because I'm not sure what applies to the people that I speak to. One thing that I could tell you is that eat a meal, have a snack, go work out, get an extreme workout on, and eat after you work out. You'll end up eating less if you eat after your workout, but you're still going to eat enough. And that's the big thing, is you'll eat less, but you're still eating enough. This is one of those things. So let's move on to something a little bit different. Oral care. I'm talking about brushing your teeth, guys. Brushing your teeth and flossing. Now, oh, that keeps your teeth healthy. Big deal. What if you don't want to have healthy teeth? Well, that's good by you, but you also have heart disease. There's been a lot of recent studies, guys, that says that bad oral health care can lead to heart disease and things like that. Now, that's pretty extreme. Brushing your teeth is not that hard, and flossing really isn't that hard once you guys get into it. Once you start doing it more to it. Okay, this is what I do, guys. I'll put on a live stream. So I've been loving my live streams lately. I'll start brushing my teeth while I'm watching it. Then I start flossing while I'm watching it. And I use the little floss picks, not actual floss, because I can't get the floss back there. My hands are too big. So I use the floss picks. Definitely suggest it if you guys don't like flossing. It makes it a lot easier. It's like more fun. I don't know. But yeah, oral care is important for you guys' health as well. And that's my quick little tip for you guys. So also, quick cooking tip. If you guys want some Mexican rice, just cook some rice. Don't cook it all the way. Keep it a little bit crunchy. Well, not crunchy, but a little bit hard. You know, a little firm, a little bit too firm. Just a bit too firm. And then make a lot of it and put it in the fridge. A couple days later, throw some tortilla sauce into a pan with the rice and let it cook for a bit. Boom, now you have fully cooked Mexican rice. Just a little quickie meal if you want some burritos or nachos or something. Anyway, Double O Face signing out, saying good night and good fight. Don't forget to like, favorite, and subscribe. Also, guys, send me your questions so I can give you more in-depth coverage on the health and things that you guys want to hear about. Alright, peace out, guys.